18th of July, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, Mishna Berura.
All right, very good. Thank you. Okay, we're back in Mr. Brashir, our second share Yeshiva Talmanafshi here in Yerushalayim Care Zoom. Hilchas Natilas Yadayim in the Mishburuas or Chaim Shulchan Aruch Siman Kosalich Siv base. We're going to review the Mechaber piece by piece. Let's start by reviewing the Mechaber, and then we'll continue on with the Mishnah Brewers. Go ahead.
Okay, Asa b'mayim melacha shara bahem mi pito afilu nis kavein lish rot bikli ze v'nafal l'sheni psulim. So he did work with the water, or he was soaking bread in it. Even if he intended to use this vessel, and something fell in it, it's puzzle. V'im tzinei.
Let's stop here and do the Mishnah Berurah here.
Okay.
We'll take it piecemeal here.
Okay. Malacha.
Yeah. Rough. Right.
Malacha dich she'adam. Work is done for a person. I don't know. No, malacha, work. Okay. Dich she'adam oseh b'mayim devar sheyesh lo tzorech. And a person does with the water something that he needs.
Right.
Nasu kishofchin haomdim lishficha upasulin linatila. So he uses drain water.
They become, since the person used these waters for something he had a necessity for, nasa kishoifim omdim l'svika. They become the waters become kishoifim, like drain water. Omdim l'svika, they're destined to be poured out.
And they're invalid for washing.
And they're invalid, right?
Sheshara bahem. He soaked it. He soaked the something in the water.
Right. He soaked his bread in the water.
He soaked bread in it, right? He soaked bread in the water. Dechashiv zeh melacha lenaasu hamayim shofchin. So this work made the water something they have to pour out.
The chashiv zeh malacha, that soaking the bread in the water is considered to be a type of work with the water. Manasa mayim shofim. and then now for the waters became drain water, wastewater. Actually, wastewater. It's called. I would. I have some wastewater. They were considered to be wastewater.
Wastewater. Fafilu im shara bahen acher she'eno baal hamayim sharei tshuva. And even if what's shara?
Um, אפילו אם שר בהם אחר שאינו בעל מים, אפילו אם שר בהם אחר שאין בעל המים. Let's say even if someone else came along and put his bread in so you have your water, your drinking water, someone comes along and soaks his bread in it. Yeah. Even if somebody else is going to come along and do it,
Even
came with Shah Malachas, also with other Malachas. Let's say someone else did something with your waters.
right. So they're puzzled. It doesn't matter whether it's the owner of the water or somebody else.
Right.
The chain bisharei melachos ein chiluk bein hu atzmo le'acherim. And so with other work, it doesn't matter whether it's for himself or for somebody else. Achen b'chi dushay.
However,
However, with the novelty of Rebbe Akiva,
this is Rabbi Akiva Eger.
Rabbi Akiva Eger, mistapek b'chol zeh. What's mistapek?
He's doubtful of the word suffix. He's doubtful with all this, meaning, according to the Mishna Berura, if another person came along and used your water, even without your knowledge or without your permission, it still becomes invalid for washing the hands. And that seems to be the halakha. But the Rabbi Akiva Eger is doubtful about that.
He's doubtful. In other words, he thinks maybe you can use the water.
Right, but evidently he didn't decide clearly on that point.
Right. Afilu niskavein, even if you intended to use it, to use the vessel, even if you intended to use the vessel, kevan de al kol panim niskavein lish ros pito b'mayim. Since Ta'al kol panim, that in any case, he intended to soak his bread in the water. Aval im lo niskavein klal lish roso v'nafal me'atzmo b'mayim. But if he didn't intend at all to soak it, and there fell by itself, something fell by itself in the water, Kisherim. It's good. You can use the water. You didn't intend to soak anything. Something fell in it.
Right. So that would be okay.
Delo shavin hu shavin hu kishochin v'hu hadin im nafal kli b'mayim v'hudas shalo b'miskavein.
Behuda, it was washed without kavanah. So again, right? Even again, the Mechaber said even if a person's thinking about using the water, and then it fell into a secondary vessel, it's still going to be possible. So that's what the Mishnah Berura is explaining here. Since nevertheless he was thinking of soaking his bread in the water, that's why it's possible. Well, let's say he wasn't thinking at all of using this water to soak his bread. But the bread fell on its own into the water, then it's kosher, the water. Don't equivocate it to wastewaters. The same halakha would apply also, the same halakha would apply if it fell in to a vessel waters, and he unintentionally used them for washing. The same halakha would apply. That would be okay.
What is this word? Hudak? Hudak?
Hudak is to wash.
To wash?
Wash, right? Wash the dishes. Wash the dishes.
Oh, I see. Im nafal beged b'toch hamayim v'hotzio misham. I don't think that we've done this yet.
Apparently not. Right.
Okay, so back up to the Mechaber.
Yeah, 1 second. Actually, this is still part of the original Mr. Brewer. We can continue on with this part of the Mr. Brewer. It's giving a new case.
So if a garment fell into the water and he took it out, lo nif salu mayim hamayim. It did not make the water invalid. Kevan shalo nis kavein, since he didn't intend it. Ukamo the fas, and it's like with bread.
Yeah, if again there was a beged, some kind of a garment fell into the water and it was taken out, right?
Right.
And, Misham, and it was taken out. No nif Solomayim, the water will not become invalid. David's oldest comment. Come up possibly. He wasn't intending to use this water for that, like he was intending to use with water with the bread.
The bread. Hamayim shemitza may ha beged psulim. But water, shemitza, what's shemitza?
right? The water that's going to be coming out of the beged. If you squeeze water out of the beged fell into water, and then unintentionally. So therefore, when you take the beged, the garment out of the water that remains is kosher for washing. But if you would squeeze out water from the beged itself, those waters that come out of the beged, the garment, are going to be plus. Okay. Now we go back to the macabre now.
Okay. So let's see, where did we get to? We got to, Sinain, Dayan, Bamayim, Sulim. And if he cools down wine with water, the water is invalid for washing. Ve'im
Right.
hey diach bahem helim sulim. And if he washed vessels with the water is also invalid. Ve'im hayu kelim mudachim o chadashim kisherim. If they are vessels, what's mudachim? They're new vessels or what? Clean vessels?
Right. If they just like got a rinse, right? They just got like a rinse, they weren't really washed in the water.
Then they can be used to wash.
Right. Let's see the Mishna Berura here.
Okay.
Yes.
Berura. Ve'im tinain. If he cools wine with the water, the chashiv melacha. What's the chashiv?
It's considered to be malacha. I mean, cooling the wine up in the water is considered to be like a malacha.
Considered to be malacha. Sha'al yidei hamayim nitztanu. That through the water, it was cooled. De'im haya deyayin hayayin sonain v'natan letoch hamayim rak shelo yischamu me chom hayom ksherin. If it was that the wine was cooled and placed inside the water only so that it would not get warm, from the
Right.
heat.
It depends. If the wine was cold to begin with, and he put the wine into the water only in order that it should not get warm, right? He's not using the water to chill the wine. The wine is already cool, but he's just using the water to keep the coolness of the wine there. Sure, then the water would be kosher for washing your hand.
Ruadin im natan b'tocham dagim chayim shelo yemusu. And it's the law that if he put fish into the water, that living fish, that they're not dead. So they would not die. Dechol zeh lo mikre malacha. All of this is not called work. De'ein hamayim poalim bahem. What's poalim?
Right, the ein mayim polim behem rak sheshemrim osam. The water is not actively doing anything. Polim, not actively doing anything. It's just maintaining the coolness.
Only shomrim osan. It's only guarding them.
Right.
Vafilu im meis hadag achar kach lo nif salu hamayim. And even if the fish die afterwards, the water is not invalid.
Right.
I guess you should remove the fish before you wash your hands, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I see our time is up now. Okay, mark this down. We're in the middle here by Yud and Yud Aleph. Just make a mark there. We'll begin next week. It's Hashem.
Okay, thank you, Rabbi.
Okay. Yes,
Thank you, Lou. Very
correct,
good. Thank you for the reading.
Thank you
Thank
for
you, Mayor.
here. All right.
You should have a wonderful day, both of you. Hope to see you
Okay,
tomorrow.
be well.
See you tomorrow
Bye
at
bye.
9:30 Mitzvah Hashem.
That's right. It's Hashem. Thank you. Be well. All right.